going to make breakfast burritos. As preparation for doing this, I pre-cooked my bacon, and my sausage. My hands are clean since I just touched that. And I scrambled eggs and have them in a bowl, chopped up, and had them cooling. This is the burrito size tortillas. I just get them from Noah says Kroger, but these came from, if you're going to be doing a bunch, getting them from Sam's here, that's that's the cheapest or the best bang for your buck, I guess I should say. So put a little bit of scrambled eggs in here. You need to remember not to be careful and not overfill your stuffing part, because then they won't close. And of course, I'm just using, this is cold bacon, I'm just using tongs to keep my fingers somewhat clean. So, and then you're just going to roll it up like you would a regular burrito. Now, when we first made them, we put salsa in them too, but we have since found out that not to put the salsa in. So, have this one rolled up. I'm going to set it over here on the plate here. And we'll just keep making these. These are nice to have in the freezer. I freeze them, and then Paul eats them for breakfast. Okay, once or twice a week, not too often, but it's nice to give him a break from his oatmeal, or he's eating oatmeal or dry cereal or whatever he's happens to be doing that week or that day. This just means since he doesn't need dairy, because it gives him issues, you can't just buy sausage and egg or bacon and egg only burritos. Usually they have cheese in them also. So, and with them only having bacon and sausage in them and egg, that means that Princess can eat them also, because she is allergic to dairy. We found that out by giving her puppy ice cream that was cheese and peanut butter flavored, and it gave her hives. So no puppy ice cream for her anymore. And of course, this is a great if you have everything at home to make your burritos, or this is something to do we here in Memphis are currently still in, for a little bit longer, we have an ice storm warning. It has been icy and snowy and yucky here since Monday night.
Oh yeah.
Monday night.
On my vacation, so.
Yeah. I had to remember Noah says he's enjoying his vacation.
I mean, when we went to school, you told me it was like, 2012, 2011, we went to school 2 days, and then we were out for like two weeks?
No, it wasn't 2012. Maybe 2019?
2015?
I don't know. I can't remember when it was.
2011 and 12 we got lost now.
Well, it may have been. I can't remember. It's been a long time.
Well, we're in my favorite month, so.
Yes. So we are just, I've decided I have been out this week. I went out yesterday, but I already had most of everything I needed already, because I cooked the bacon and sausage earlier in I cooked it on the 28th. I just cooked up a bunch of sausage and bacon, because once you have your sausage and your bacon cooked, it's easy. You can do this for use it for putting it in an omelet. You can use it if you're making homemade pizza. You have lots of options, and then you don't have to do as much prep work. Like if I'm cooking something that needs chopped up onions or bell peppers, I chop up my onions and my bell peppers, and I freeze them I put a piece of parchment paper on a cookie sheet and freeze them flat. And then I put them in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. That's a good way if you find bell pepper, your bell peppers, your red, your white, your white, your red, your yellow, your orange ones on sale. That's a nice way to do it, and you can get them all chopped up yourself. And do the same thing with my onions. I get them and chop them all up, and or if, like, say I've got an onion because I'm making something that I need fresh onion in, once I use all the fresh for that recipe, if I'm concerned they may go bad, I chop them up and freeze them. That way you're not you're not wasting your produce, because as with everything going up in price, you don't want to be losing a whole lot of your groceries. As you can tell, this is very easy to do. If you had children that could help, if they wanted to put some of this, your stuff in the burrito, if they couldn't. Now, you could always put shredded cheese of some kind in there if you wanted shredded cheese. You could cook peppers and onions to put in them if you wanted to. This is just different ways. This is just how I make them for him. I had thought about putting hash browns in them, the little cubed ones, but I did not try that. I may try that sometime or another, but not when I had to be making so many. I thought, I don't know if I want to put potatoes in them right now. And when I was at the store the other day, I didn't get any, so they didn't have any of the diced, and that's what I really wanted to put in there, so I did not do that. Now, of course, if you wanted, you could put bacon and sausage both in them. I did when I made them last time. I had a little sausage left and a little bacon left, and so I kind of mixed everything together in that one just because that's what I had left over already. Of course, I cook all my bacon in the oven now because goodness knows I don't like cleaning up the greasy, splotchy mess that goes everywhere from making bacon. I don't like the mess I have to clean up. So, okay, I'm gonna show you how to prep now that I've got the plate kind of towering there. I'm gonna move the rest of these. We will be, doing more, but how I prep them for the freezer is I wrap them in wax paper. I have wrapped them in parchment paper, but I prefer to do it in wax paper. So if you didn't have wax paper and had parchment paper, you could use that. This just helps them keep from sticking to each other. You can get them rolled up tightly. Make sure you keep all your stuffing in there so it's not sneak coming out. And then I just put them in a gallon Ziploc bag and lay them flat to freeze. And then once they're frozen, you can set the bag upright. But that way you get everything frozen in there and keeps everything nice and tight. And so just going to take your burrito just like you wrapped it. Basically, you're going to wrap it in the wax paper just the same, just so it is separated there. And I have a Ziploc bag right here. And try to make sure you put the end of your package of the wax paper on the bottom, so therefore you'll have the bottom have the weight of the burrito to keep it down, keep that end of the wax paper down. And then I think Paul says he then puts them in the microwave. I think it does it for a minute. You just need to, kind of play around depending on how new your microwave is, how hot it gets, how much stuffing you put in, the burritos, all of that will play a part in how long it'll take to warm. I know some that got this idea from watching another video. I know they say they take theirs out the night before and put them in the refrigerator so they can thaw. If they like cooking them from the thawed temperature best over doing them from frozen. But yeah, that's one of those things that's a difference. When Paul works he works on Fridays quite often anyway, but when he goes into his day job and has to go in physically, I put a sausage and biscuit in his lunch bag, and I take it out of the wax paper and wrap it in a paper towel and slip it down in a bag for him to take, and then once he gets to work he can warm it up in the microwave at work. But same idea. You're going to be warming these burritos up the same way. Wrap them in. I like to wrap the stuff in paper towels just because that way it kind of takes care of some of that extra moisture from when you're going to be warming them up. But okay, but see here we have a bag full here, and so it is ready for the freezer, and we will see y'all another time. Goodbye.